Friends, welcome to the short testimony about doing the work of the Lord. In the book of Isaiah chapter 6 and verse 8, this is what the Bible says. Also I heard the voice of the Lord saying, Whom shall I send and who will go for us? This is a question that God addressed to his prophet of old, but it is a question that God poses to his people who are living at this time of earth's history. Who will go to work for the salvation of men? Who will go to seek and to save the lost? Friends, recently, as I went out doing my work selling literature from door to door, I had an interesting experience which reminded me of the importance of the work that is needed at this time. I left my home on a particular day to go to an area about 15 minutes away from my home to sell books. And as I had been walking only for 3 minutes, I looked up and I saw a lady standing in the door of her home, waving to another lady standing directly in front of me. And the woman at the door closed the door and went away, but the one in front of me was heading in my direction. And I noticed that she was walking slowly. And as I passed her, I looked up at her and I saw that she was crying. Now friends, as literature evangelists, we know that we are not only there to sell books, we're not only there to get Bible studies, but we're there to minister to the needs of the people. And so I stopped and I said, Lady, this is going to sound strange, but would you mind if I pray for you? She stopped, she was shocked, but she said, yes, go ahead and pray. Now while I began to pray, the woman broke down. I could hear her sobbing increase, and it grew louder, and she began to wail, even as I was praying. And I simply said to God, Lord, please bring peace to the heart of this woman. I don't know what is troubling her, but bring peace to her heart. And so when I finished the prayer, I reminded the woman that God was able to be with her in this situation, whatever she was going through. And this is what the woman said to me. She said, I've just been diagnosed with leukemia. And I live with my dad, and I have not told my dad. I don't know what to tell him. Friends, when I heard those words, my heart sank. For the woman, she didn't look older than 40 years old, and now she's been diagnosed with a life-threatening disease. And so, friends, I exchanged contact details with her. I reminded her that the God of heaven is able to bring healing if it is his will. But I also reminded her that he would be with her through this process. And so, friends, before I left this woman said something very interesting to me. She said to me, I know that God sent you to me today. You see, friends, I was on my way to work and God showed me that he was guiding me in the work that I was doing. And this is an appeal to all of God's people. God is looking for a people who would go out there and seek for the salvation of men. And as Isaiah answered in Isaiah chapter 6, saying, Here I am, Lord, send me. Even so, let us send back the reply. Here we are, Lord, send us. May God help us in these last days to seek and to save the lost and to minister to the needs of the people, so that they will be ready to stand when the end doth come. May God help us.